But this was a big win for the Fever because the Aces were the only team that they had not won at least one game to last season, meaning the Aces swept the Fever last season. They actually haven't won a game against the Aces in 16 games. And they did it without Caitlin Clark. This team is crazy. They are beating the #1 team in the league first. And then they go and beat the Aces, who they haven't won to in 16 games. And they did it without Caitlin Clark, which is just a testament to how this team is finally developing a rhythm.
The night a dynasty bled, and the league felt it shift. 27 points. 16 ghosts laid to rest. One superstar in street clothes, punching the air with every made jumper she couldn't take. That is the snapshot burned into every scoreboard operator, social media feed, and rival scouting report after the Indiana Fever bullied the two-time defending champion Las Vegas Aces 81-54. From the opening tap until the stunned handshake line, Indy delivered a performance so clinical it felt personal.
I am in shock. The Indiana Fever just beat the Aces. The first win for the Indiana Fever against the Las Vegas Aces since I was 22 years old. Aces MVP to refs, Fever's MVP and Alyssa Smith. You're not wrong.
When the dust settled, the hierarchy every analyst swore was set in stone looked less like granite and more like sand. Below is the full anatomy of an upset that turned into an autopsy, and why its aftershocks may redraw the WNBA map for years. The road to a 16-game wall. The curse began on July 29, 2017. That was the last time Indiana had solved the Aces puzzle.
I don't know about frustrations boiling over as more to just like making a point. Well, Caitlin says she got me though, so.
One more than that.
She just got a bonus.
And by bonus, she was meaning the Commissioner's Cup bonus, which was $49,000 or $43,000 per player, because the prize pool was $500,000. And apparently, Steph White just was pissed about the officiating. I don't know if it was Asia Wilson's whistle or what, but
since then, Vegas built a super team, slapped rings on fingers, and transformed Mohegan Sun or Michelob ULTRA Arena into the only real finals debate. Meanwhile, the Fever drafted lottery pick after lottery pick, patched holes, and preached patience. Clark's arrival in April made the streak a national headline, but Fever veterans have worn it like ankle weights for years, nodding politely every time someone said, "Well, you'll steal one eventually."
The line a decent amount of times. Asia Wilson, she got a favorable whistle in the second half, but it is what it is. Superstars get the whistle, unless your name is, 29 points for Asia Wilson, 3 boards, 3 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 9 for 18 from the field, 11 for 13 from the free throw line. Look at the rest of her team. 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 6 points, 0 points, 4 points, 2 points, 3 points. Dana Evans, 1 for 10, Dana Evans. Oh my goodness.
They didn't want eventually. They wanted tonight. How Vegas arrived wounded. Dynasties tend to absorb injuries the way volcanoes shrug off rain, yet this season's dents were deeper. Jackie Young, knee knock versus Seattle, lateral burst, clearly limited. Kelsey Plum, ankle soreness, for straight games beneath her career average. Chelsea Gray, in her 4th game back from a stress fracture, still wearing time restrictions like lead boots.
The third. Like I said, the referees were starting to get on the side of the Aces. They were trying to wheel the Aces back in, and Lexi stepped in and sort of killed it. Kelsey Mitchell never took her foot off the gas tonight, by the way. This is the best thing I've seen from Stephanie White all season long. Right here, she was aggravated by the refs already, and in the 4th quarter, 5:35 left, Stephanie White lost her shit on the sideline. She lost her shit. And let me just play this right here. Roll it.
Lost that lead late.
And she's gonna. You see her just losing it up here, losing it. And she got teed up right there. And Caitlin Clark loved it. Really put it on. Right here, you can see 24 points in the first half for the Aces. I mean, seriously, for the Aces. Points in the paint, 38-20. I mean, it was a dominant win by the Indiana Fever.
Add travel fatigue from a 3 games in 6 night swing, and the margin for error shrank to the width of Wilson's pinky finger. Indiana, conversely, came in rested, 4 days off to recalibrate, an offense rediscovering itself in Clark's absence. First quarter, when 52% feels like a warning shot. Indy's first 6 possessions looked almost scripted. Backscreen layup, elbow jumper.
The Aces tried to put a little run together to start the third quarter, and Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull shut that shit down. They shut it down by hitting some big shots. All right, that steal led to the only 2 points that Sophie Cunningham had, but it was big. So right here, let's start Aaliyah Boston right here. That's Sydney Colson to Boston. She going to drive into the lane, and I've got to tell you, she gave Asia Wilson all she could handle.
Backdoor cut, free throw line jumper, drive and kick triple, lob to Boston. 6 makes, 0 hesitation. By the 4-minute mark, the Fever were 5 of 7 and the Aces 2 of 11. The building sensed something bubbling, not a run or reckoning. Vegas's first quarter shot chart resembled a splatter painting. 9 mid-range heaves, only 4 attempts inside 8 feet, and 1 lonely 3. Meanwhile, Indy pounded the block until the paint felt like rush hour traffic. 16-4 interior advantage before the first buzzer. Warning lights lit, and the champs still missed the exit. The second quarter, eclipse. Every upset features a moment where the favorite's body language sags, the underdog's eyes widen, and viewers realize the script flipped. This one arrived with 5:12 left in Q2.
God, with more turnovers than points and assists combined. More turnovers than points and assists combined. We got point God, aka point fraud. And remember, this is probably who the WNBA player said was also better than Caitlin Clark. They said I'm pretty confident they said she was better than Caitlin Clark.
Team win, folks. Team win. And you notice the team win, like I said, 24 assists on 31 shots. 24 assists on 31 shots. The Indiana Fever hold the Las Vegas Aces to 26% from the field. 26%. This was a Fever defense smothering. The Aces weren't just missing shots. The Fever defense was all over the place. Defensively, we were all over the place. Neither team could hit a 3, except for Kelsey Mitchell. Money Mitch can hit the 3.
Mitchell stutter steps left, whips a no-look to Boston. Boston upfakes Wilson, drop steps baseline, finishes while drawing a swipe. Bench explodes. Wilson stares at her hands as if betrayed by physics. From that bucket to halftime, Indy shot 9 of 10. Vegas shot 2 of 9 with 4 turnovers. The half closed 46-24, but raw numbers undersold the psychological crater. The champs trudged to the tunnel heads down, while Clark high-fived ushers. The jump ball that will live on YouTube. Lexi Hull boxes out like an instructional video. Wilson climbs her shoulders like a ladder. Every kid in row 17 mouths, "That's over the back." Whistle, jump ball. Twitter detonates. Fever assistant Jesse Miller bends both knees screaming, "That's a foul."
And Asia Wilson. My God, you see how many free throws that lady have? Oh my God, on the stat sheet, she had basically 30 points, but all the free throws this woman got, man. They tried their best to keep the Aces in the game, man, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter, man. They destroyed the Aces. About freaking time the Fever finally beats the Aces, man. And without Caitlin Clark. You know,
NBA analysts lurking for crossover content clip the replay and post side-by-side freeze frames within minutes. Yet the controversy birthed composure. Hull bounced up smiling, tapped her chest, and the Fever won the ensuing tip anyway, scoring 5 straight. Instead of fueling a momentum swing, the blown call became the evening's meme. Even the refs can't keep it close. Chelsea Gray, 2 points, 5 turnovers. Gray's return was marketed as the stabilizer Vegas needed. Instead, she delivered the worst plus-minus of her season, -24. Twice, she threw skip passes to invisible cutters, once dribbled off her shin into the scorer's table, and most damningly spent several defensive possessions guarding air, while Timpson dove behind her for easy seals.
This defense is playing phenomenal. Oh my God, it's night and day. I think that Commissioner's Cup gave them swag. Now they're swagging it out. I've never seen Natasha Howard so aggressive in my life. This girl is beasting now all suddenly. She is beast moding right now. And Timpson, the rookie, getting block shots, getting steals. Aaliyah Boston is just murking, destroying Aja Wilson. I got a Wilson. I got a nickname for Aja Wilson, guys. You know what it is? Whistle Wilson. Because this lady's always getting whistles. She's the person with the special whistle, guys. Every freaking time. And then she goes to the free throw line. Freaking free throw merchant. I think she's related to SGA. But anyway, she's not playing that great.
Clark stood mid-timeout, cupped hands around mouth, and yelled encouragement to Hall. Gray spent the same moment arguing with a ref about a non-call from 3 possessions prior. Leadership isn't resume lines, it's present tense energy. The contrast was brutal. Indy's defensive blueprint: keep it, laminate it, frame it. Switch everything 1 to 4. Deny Vegas the mismatch hunting they love. Tag from the corners. Collapse on every Wilson catch, forcing kickouts to cold shooters. Tag and recover drill drilled endlessly since Commissioner's Cup. Results: 26% FG, 7 shot clock violations, 0 Vegas rhythm. Natasha Howard barked every rotation like a middle linebacker. Rookie Mackenzie Timpson sprinted baseline to baseline, erasing angles older vets assumed were safe. Sid Colson later admitted post-game,
About to say some words I never thought I'd say. Free Aja Wilson. Free her now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. I never thought I'd say this. If I'm Aja, I'm in that locker room, I'm stripping everybody of their A1s. I'm sure I didn't give y'all these free shoes, y'all gonna come out here and y'all can't even give me more than 5 points. None of y'all, where y'all at? Y'all can't help me out. I'm reigning MVP. I'm bringing y'all these champions. I took a pay cut for some of y'all to be here, and you can't give me no points. Really, I'm over here, I have 25 points in the third quarter, and you can't give me nothing.
We kept thinking we'd find a gap. We never did. Third quarter dagger sequence. 8:13 Q3. Mitchell ISO step back 3, lead 23. 7:49. Hull steals wing entry. Outlets to Boston for a rim run and 1, lead 26. 7:12. Sophie Cunningham hits her only field goal. Corner triple off Horns flare. Crowd peaks at 110 dB, lead 29. That 61-32 scoreboard lingered on broadcast graphics for an eternity, a digital obituary of the Aces' aura. Coach Steph White's technical as fuel. Officials finally whistled White after she left the coaching box to protest consecutive Wilson free throws. White's ejection risk became her team's adrenaline shot. Indiana ripped an 8-0 burst immediately after, capped by an Aaliyah Boston spin move layup that drew MVP chants, usually reserved for the opposition. Sometimes coaches earn techs to vent. This one was strategic fury, delivered precisely when legs wobbled. Players confirmed later, "We saw coach lose it, and we knew we couldn't let them steal this on whistles." Bench culture. Broadcast microphones. Clark's mic'd up snippets went viral post-game. Next stop be, keep hunting that lefty hook. Lex, you're eating her lunch. Don't give her the tray back.
Championship level execution.
Guys, when did Indiana Fever turn into the best defensive team in the NBA? When? I mean, after that celebration from the Commissioner's Cup, we all thought they were going to come out here a little bit hangover. I mean, their defensive prowess has gone up 100%. In the first half, we have Aces down 22 points. We have only beaten Las Vegas Aces one time in 9 years. For those who do not know that statistic, we've only beaten them once in 9 years. Their defense is impenetrable. We have 28 points in the paint for the second quarter. We're shooting 90% from the field in the second quarter. This is insane.
Analysts often debate intangible impact. Microphones ended that debate. Clark quarterbacked every huddle, called out Vegas sets from memory, and celebrated teammates' shine instead of sulking over DNP groin. Rare is the rookie who raises collective IQ from the bench. Rarer still when veterans echo her cues. What happens when Clark returns? Clark's estimated return is 8 days out. Between now and then, Indiana faces 2 sub-.500 opponents. A 3-game win streak could slide them as high as the 3 seed. When Clark rejoins an offense suddenly humming, Mitchell bombing, Boston catching lobs, Howard hitting trail threes, defenses must pick a poison the Aces couldn't solve even minus the rookie phenom. Mark your calendar. August 18th, Michelob ULTRA Arena, nationally televised. You don't erase a 27-point embarrassment with a handshake. Vegas will circle that date in neon marker. Long-term implications: TV money, free agency, and legacy. Broadcast leverage. Networks crave parity. A one-horse league struggles to negotiate premium rights. Indy's rise plus New York star core means 3 legit superpowers. That's a bidding war. Wilson's Supermax window. She accepted a friendly deal in 2023. Next summer, she's eligible for the Supermax, an escalated cap allows.
CC gang! Fever gang! Down goes the punk-ass Las Vegas Aces, everybody! Kelsey Mitchell, the road runner, out there dropping daggers with a 25-piece Boston Market with the rotisserie chicken, baked beans, corn on the cob, mashed potatoes, every drink available. The tiny assassin, Harry McDonald, out there slicing through the defense, getting buckets. Asia crybaby ass Wilson, hold this L. You ain't nothing but a free throw merchant, goofy Indiana Fever. That's how y'all ball. I don't know what's going on right now, but y'all got the momentum. We can't wait till Caitlin Clark is back on the floor.
Does she swallow another discount if supporting stars keep vanishing? Fever free agency pitch. Culture sells. When veterans watch Clark clap for bench reserves and rookies sweat MVPs, they start calling agents. Dynasties fade. Tides turn. Tuesday might be circled someday as the night the tide changed. The new math. 29 from Aya minus 27-point loss equals an equation no dynasty can stomach. 52% teams shooting minus your superstar equals the scariest box score in basketball. 1 questionable jump ball minus 1 roaring bench equals 0 excuses. The Fever didn't just steal a road win. They yanked a banner off the ceiling and stitched their own colors on top. If you're counting rings, Vegas still leads the conversation. If you're counting momentum, Indiana just flipped the decimal. So answer this. When Clark checks back in and the Fever bring everybody, does any club still feel safe? Because on a July night without their headline rookie, Indiana proved the one thing champions fear most. They don't need perfect circumstances to bury you. They just need 4 quarters. The league felt it shift. Did you?